Ross.
And I'm AJ Finney.
And this is
Hippie?
Not Hippie.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 29 of Hippie? Not Hippie.
Yeah.
Again, here at the Vail Comedy Festival.
That happens every Memorial Day week.
Every Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are live here. We've got an audience in the house. Just want to explain what the fuck is going on here. Some of you are maybe like, what is this podcast about? Why are we here? So AJ here is a hippie. I know I have long hair, but I'm not. And
it's debatable.
Yeah. That's kind of what we get into. But basically, we're going to interview our guests here. We've got two guests on the show today. We've got Carmen Lagala from New York City.
Hey.
Here. And we also have Dvontre Coleman all the way from San Francisco, California.
Oh, sweet motherland.
And we're going to ask them some questions here. And at the end, we're going to figure out if they're a hippie or not. Those of you in the audience, feel free to play around. We're going to ask you guys what you think, too, if you think they're hippie or not at the end. So, take notes, study these folks, and... yeah, we're gonna find out here at the end.
Also something I want to say, since we have a nice live audience here, just know at some point, once we get into our questions, think of questions that might lead them one way or the other, and we'll give you an opportunity to ask a question later.
So, yeah. We like to get plugs out of the way up front so that people have to hear them. So, Carmen, what do you have coming up, or is there anything you'd like to let our audience know about?
I mean, I got Schenectady, New York on June 10th.
Hell yeah.
That's probably a lot of people are going to come to that from this.
Yeah.
My Instagram, at Carmstagrams.
Carmstagrams.
Yeah, that's
Follow
where I'm
Carmen there.
Yeah.
And Dvontre, how about you?
I don't have anything coming up, but you can follow me on Instagram at Dvontre Coleman. Got a bunch of useless memes.
Fuck yeah. If you like memes, who doesn't like memes? Go check out Dvontre stuff.
Dvontre, that was my favorite pitch. Like, seeing your face going, I don't really have anything going up, but if you have anything available, I'm looking to get a spot.
I am here.
Hell yeah. Book Dvontre. And, how about you, AJ?
I will be headlining the Comedy Club of Kansas City June 8th through the 10th. June 9th's my birthday, so we're going to get wild out that night, but come out every night.
Hell yeah. And I will be, come see me tomorrow, headlining Comedy Works. June 8th.
Downtown.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
Baby boys growing up. How's that boom tea?
It's good. Yeah. AJ keeps liking to remind me, I drank a very small amount of mushroom tea. I'm not tripping, but he's like, how is it? How's the mushroom tea? It's great.
I had way too much caffeine with my 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin this morning.
So, yeah, AJ's fucking...
So I am on one.
Yeah, it was a very intense ride up here with AJ. Fucking hour.
It's because I had to pee.
But here we are, and thanks so much for joining us. We like to kind of just start off and set the tone of the show. We like to ask guests, what's the first memory they have of hippies and what kind of connotation that had for them?
Yeah. Or impact on your life, anything.
Can I ask, you are on mushrooms right now?
I just want to say, hey, hit that voice real quick. Hit it. I want to talk from Zach right now.
Right now, Zach is tripping so hard, he's trying to avoid letting everyone know I'm the devil deep within his bowels.
I'm not tripping at all. If anything, this is my second whiskey, and I'm starting to get maybe a little drunk. But no, I am drinking this tea that,
vaguely looks like
I'm
urine.
sorry, you are not the hippie on the podcast?
What?
No, I'm not.
What is that?
Later on, we're all going to pee in that pickle jar and see if he can tell a difference.
It's a pickle jar with green tea and mushrooms in it.
Who taught you how to make that?
I just made
the
it
internet.
Up.
You just Googled it?
You can make mushroom tea, and I was like, and the other tea came made. It came in a bag,
It's like-
assembled.
For this
like
episode,
hippie
we
Arnold
should
Palmer.
post a recipe for Zach's mushroom tea.
Yeah.
Pickle jar not included.
Grind them up. Grind up the mushrooms. It doesn't matter how hot the water is. A lot of people want to be afraid of the water temperature. Boil it.
Yeah.
Throw the mushrooms in there. Let them sit for 10 minutes. If you're afraid of them, strain them out. Drink the water. If you're not,
Yeah.
drink up those soggy mushrooms. I don't know.
How many people here in the audience have drank mushroom tea or taken mushrooms before? By a round of applause.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
Right?
good. This might be a weird time to tell you that we dosed your drinks.
No, that did not. Right side of the room's like, fuck yeah, we love mushrooms. Left side of the room's like, what the fuck? What did we walk into?
It's too early for this. All right. We have derailed early this time. We
Sorry,
take the
I'm on mushrooms.
No.
So
Yeah. We take the train off the tracks pretty regularly in this podcast.
Do you guys do mushrooms?
I've done mushrooms. Never like ego death or anything, but like microdosing and then like a little bit more than that. Yeah.
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 No, that's what
It's
I'm.
great.
I like to not feel it.
Yeah. The microdose
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
I've microdosed, but I've never like hallucinated anything. I'm not.
Never?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of myself.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. No heavy mushroom use with our guests. Make a note of that. And yeah, so first memories.
I'll go first, I guess. My first memory of hippies is that movie, I think, Across the Universe.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is.
It's about the Beatles.
Yeah. Is it about the Beatles? They got a lot of Beatles songs. The songs kind of slap, but I don't know. That's when I found out I kind of like white women more, so. That was cool.
So is this like one of those like because there used to not be music videos and the Beatles would just make like these movies? Is that like one of those?
Nah, this is like 2007. It's like a musical, and it's like the Vietnam War and stuff. There's a black dude that might be Jimi Hendrix. They sing a bunch of. They got Hey Jude is in there. It slaps.
I'm pretty sure Jimmy's dead, but you're like, no, this
Well,
might.
no, he's pretending to be Jimi Hendrix. They're like,
Oh, all right.
yeah,
I thought it was like some Tupac shit where you're like, Jimi Hendrix is really alive,
like Jimi Hendrix
and he's in this play.
hologram.
Oh yeah, and you liked it.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
So yeah, your first thoughts of hippies were positive.
Yeah, and that was the first time I heard Beatles songs, and I was like, these slap.
What's your favorite Beatles song?
Probably Hey Jude.
I knew that was coming.
We got to beep that out. I think you have to pay money just to say the name of a Beatles song on a podcast. No, I'm kidding. Just don't sing it.
Judy.
How about you, Carmen?
Ooh. Well, I grew up in Vermont, so
Fish Town.
yeah, hard to have a first memory.
Yeah.
I don't remember my first memory of not, hippies.
Yeah.
Just all of it is hippies all the time.
So you didn't even, that was just life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have the understanding that like this is just how every people are?
Yeah, and then I met other people and I was like, why do they have shoes on? Stuff like that. Why don't they smell like the trees? It was startling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was just normal life for you. So
I
it
would
was
say
more
so.
jarring when you got outside of that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
The first time you got deodorant with like aluminum in it.
Yeah.
That's a
It lasts more than an hour.
antiperspirant.
Yeah.
Wow. So, well, that brings up another kind of question that we like to ask our guests on here. Have you ever spent a large amount of time barefoot outside of your home?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So much. I've stepped on 2 or 3 slugs. They're very hard to get off your feet. Very hard. You have to scrub.
So it's like slug juice. It's not like a leech where they like grabbed
I've
onto
had
your.
leeches too, but the slug, it just, if you step on it and it attaches to your foot, and it takes
Like a banana slug, or like what kind of slug?
just a big old garden slug, I would say. Yeah.
That's his dying wish is just to be attached.
I don't know. Yeah, I hope it wasn't alive. Sorry to bum out everybody immediately early on. This is the reality of hippie. No, if you're not ready to hear these answers.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in the audience that are real pro slug. They're like, "What? She killed a slug? No."
It's gonna mess up the old slug heads in our audience.
coarse sponge, I would recommend to get it off.
So yeah, you spent a fair amount of time outdoors without shoes.
Without clothes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can just run around without your pants on. Everyone's like,
This is the second episode where we've had a woman talk about poo bearing it just free.
So you would wear a shirt, but just no pants.
I think I was usually topless. I don't remember what combo.
Reverse poo bear.
Yeah.
So did you grow up in some sort of like nudist colony or nudist area? Like that was like your town was okay with this?
Oh yeah, kids are just around.
Where
This
was
was
the
back.
police?
They never came. Oh, it's a small town, maybe 5,000 to 8,000 people, much like Vail. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot of nudity still. That's for not a nudist colony, for just a town. We're like, wow. This was like, was there an age cutoff for this?
That's a crazy question.
I don't know. Yeah.
There's an age where you got to start wearing clothes.
Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. It's common, like baby naked. Okay. Toddler naked. Okay. Kid in middle school naked.
Yeah,
Put some fucking clothes on. Right?
Isn't it weird where we shame middle-aged naked, but when you're really young, it's fine, and then when you're really old, they're like, let them go. They're almost done.
Nah, I think we still judge the old people. But it's like they're so comfortable with themselves. They're like, you can't say anything I haven't heard before. Old people have like the most freedom, honestly.
Yeah, they should be allowed to just go naked.
No, they shouldn't be allowed to, but they're going to do it regardless.
How about you, Dvontre? Have you ever spent...
I'm a big fan of shoes. I used to live in Kentucky, and I remember people always said, like, they play football with no shoes.
What?
All my homies got shoes. I don't know why
People say this?
Yeah, there's like people make fun of Kentucky as like people from Kentucky don't wear shoes, but
oh yeah,
the majority of the people I know really enjoy shoes and socks.
Yeah, it's like some Cletus the slack-jawed yokel shit. Like he doesn't have.
I don't even have a clue what that means. But yes, I agree.
Hell yeah. No,
Divas?
What is that?
Yeah, sandals. You ever mess with sandals? Tivas, Chacos.
I'm missing 2 toenails, so I don't really do sandals.
Well, okay, hold on.
Which ones? I'm missing one too.
Oh man, maybe you found hers.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a toe collision and both lose your
Somebody
toenails?
steps on it every year. Sorry,
wow.
like a separate conversation.
Okay, so what happened to the toenails? Yours obviously a snail infection.
Basketball. Somebody steps on it every year and it falls off.
Really? Does it grow back?
It takes like a year and a half, but yeah.
So you regularly play basketball? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
With no shoes. I was just born early. My toenails just never developed.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
The audience is laughing at your childhood birth defect.
Yeah, I don't. It's just normal to me. Sometimes I forget that I don't have them till I look and I'm like, dang. Like I go get mani-pedis. When I get mani-pedis, they're like, what do you want me to do with this? And I'm like, it's just skin.
You're like, paint it.
Ignore it.
Clean it up.
Paint it. Just paint a toenail on that one.
A pretend toenail is crazy.
Just get a tattoo of a toenail.
Which toe is it?
It's
They
like
sell.
the big toe and the second
Do they?
foot,
Yeah.
like-
Oh, so it's 1 foot.
yeah, it's like, these first 2 toes. It's real normal.
It's not real normal.
I mean, I don't know. If you've had it your whole life, then it's real normal. I
Like
don't know.
you probably wouldn't realize if your toenails disappeared in like 3 years, you wouldn't realize that they were still gone.
So I've had one totally ripped off before.
And it never came back?
No, it came back eventually, but there's like a time period where you just like don't have one. And I'm gonna be honest with you, during that time I wasn't like, man, I really miss that toenail.
When
I mean, I'm like
climbing
jealous. I'm like,
trees.
oh, you only have to cut 7 or no, 8. I can do math. You only have to cut 8 toenails.
Boom tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not weird. I think you're just more evolved than everyone else. We don't need them anymore. We're not climbing trees and whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't been in a situation where they're like, bro, you need 10 toenails to get in. I was actually surprised when you said yours grew back. I didn't know that was an option. Mine
You
just
thought
kinda
they were
stayed
like
gone.
after adult teeth that they were.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know where they're not right now, so I don't know where they came from.
Well, it is weird. I dropped a 22-pound weight on my big toe on my right, and it like
22? They
22 pound. So
like they make it?
No, it was like a weight, like for weightlifting. I was in weightlifting class. I had sandals on like an idiot.
It wasn't a 20-pound?
Yeah, 22 is a weird.
22 is crazy.
Maybe it was a gun. I dropped a gun on my face. But I dropped a weight on there, and it like broke half the nail, and that has never fixed itself. Like the nail continues to grow out, but it's constantly unattached to the toe.
So for that one, they got to rip the whole thing off for it to grow back right.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah, just let it keep growing.
Just let it keep growing until it like curves over.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Is it growing into your toe?
No, it grows normal. It's just like it's got a weird chunk out of it. And so then it's you know what? This
It'll
isn't
grow
going
out.
anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, you know what the crowd wants to hear about our weird fucking feet?
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
talk about this for the whole
Toes or not
podcast.
toes?
So, yeah. I don't know.
Have either of you ever been to a music festival?
I just went to Coachella.
Really?
I've been to like Lollapalooza in Chicago before, but I just went to Coachella with a bunch of comedians. Probably the most fun I had in my life. And
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Were you doing stand-up or were you just there for the
I
festival?
was just there to be at Coachella.
Yeah? Did you party?
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
What'd you do?
I took Molly for the first time.
Okay. Hard to hate anything on Molly.
Well, see, that's what I thought, but I realized, so one of my friends were talking to me and asked me a bunch of questions. I was like, y'all doing a lot. And one of my friends was like, turns out Dvontre on Molly, still Dvontre. Yeah, me and another comedian, we just balance out when we're both on Molly, and we're both quiet, but I talk more than him normally. He talks less, and then we talk a good amount on Molly.
Yeah. How many times have you done Molly since?
No, just the once. I don't want to, I'm not trying to get like too crazy.
Yeah.
I like to save it for a special occasion, you know.
So how many times now that you've done Molly are
It
you
was
like?
just that one time. I'm probably only gonna do it at Coachella.
Yeah.
It's my special treat.
Are you going to Coachella? You mean Molly Fest?
Exactly. I don't know who played any music, but
What was some of the main acts that you went to Coachella to see other than white women?
I didn't go just for white women. I went for Frank Ocean, and
That was the reason I would have gone, and then I heard what happened with that, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm so fucking happy that I did not go
he
for
did really
Frank
good.
Ocean.
I'm gonna be like, it was a good performance, but it was unacceptable. Like, it was still Frank Ocean. It was still like good music, but like, you're supposed to be headlining Coachella. What you just did here was not it.
Well, yeah, and he did have like elaborate plans for the festival that he like sprained his ankle because he was drunk, right, or something.
I don't know. Right now, me and Frank Ocean, we have like a beef a little bit. I got beef.
Yeah.
So I don't want to Google him. I don't want to learn why he did what he did.
How many people in the audience are familiar with Frank Ocean?
This is
No one.
the condo
right.
was crazier than just the nose.
Yeah. Wow, that's wild. So one person in the crowd has heard of Frank Ocean.
Do you know who Boy Genius is?
So my favorite thing about I like Frank Ocean's music a lot, but one of just like a weird Frank Ocean story is like Frank Ocean had a deal with his label to make an album, and in order to get out of the deal, he put out an album where he would just he was chopping wood by hand and building a staircase to nowhere, and then he would go sit down and just play his fucking piano for a while, and then he'd go start chopping wood again and building a fucking staircase to nowhere. And that's how he got out of his record contract.
Finesser of the Year.
Yeah.
You know who Blink 182 is? There we go. Blink 182 was there.
Have you ever been, are you a fan of jam bands at all?
I don't know what that is. That
AJ.
Can you describe jam bands?
Yeah,
Fish.
man. Yeah, Fish, The Grateful Dead, Widespread Panic, the Disco Biscuits, the String Cheese Incident, Twiddle. How far do you want me to go?
Didn't Fish win a Grammy or something?
Dude, in my heart.
Who won a Grammy recently with a weird name?
Frank Ocean?
Nah, there was some like very Caucasian artist that won a Grammy.
With a weird name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've heard of Fish.
I don't know, Dvontre. What's the weird name?
I've heard of Fish and the Grateful Dead, but I couldn't even describe what their music sounds like.
Okay.
I know people, there's like Deadheads, and they all like sell acid in the parking lot. That's what I know about the Grateful Dead.
You got it.
Nailed it.
A lot of like, and then like that for a couple of hours.
Oh, y'all be high as hell.
It just keeps going forever.
Yeah, it's like a. Do you know what a pentonic scale is?
Yeah.
It's like people just playing that for fucking like 30 minutes.
Yeah, to calm down your wig while you're peaking.
Y'all be having a lot of fun. I'm kind of jealous.
I ain't into this shit. I'm over here with you. I'm like, I go to Coachella to see Frank Ocean. You know?
Yeah, well,
Like, yeah.
I'm taking Zach to his first Dead show on the 1st, so it's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm terrified.
Look at his face.
I'm fucking
He's excited.
terrified.
He's freaked out.
I found out that they last for like 8 hours. I'm like, that's too long to do anything.
It's 5 hours. The show is 5 hours, but we're going to be there all day because of the events. Like, so you go for the festivities. It's basically like a traveling fair. So you go, you buy trinkets, you find whatever you need in the parking lot, and then eventually you find yourself in the venue, and you go, "How did I get here?" Mm-hmm. That's it. It's a lot of fun.
How about you, Carmen?
Oh yeah, all the types of festivals. I've gone to the most like hippie ones where we're in the woods camping and you have no reception, and I don't know any of these bands. I've also been to like Rock the Bells. I like old school hip hop and rap, but Trina, as we all know. Really? No way. Okay. I've never been to a Fish concert, but I have run into them. It's Vermont. I grew up in Vermont, so we used to. I was on the track and field team, and one of the Gordon, is that one of them?
Mike Gordon,
Yeah,
the bass player.
No, I'm sorry. He came and
fisherman?
did an open mic at a place that I used to run there.
Mike Gordon did?
Yes.
Okay.
I swear to God.
That's
And he
great.
was like, "You have to delete that tape," and we were like, "Yeah, definitely."
Oh, do you
And
have
then we
that
did.
tape? I need my
do
hands
have
on that tape. Yeah.
It's him telling a story about him and like who's the I also don't know Steven Tyler.
Oh,
Yeah, he's telling like what he thinks is a funny story about Steven Tyler, but it's not very funny because he's not a comedian. And then the redheaded guy.
So he
Trey
ate
Anastasia.
shit. He was bombing.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people there, so you know. But he was,
Yeah.
Mike Gordon. We're like,
Trey
do whatever you want.
Anastasia, the redhead?
Trey, he used to come and lift weights with my track and field team because he knew that we didn't care who he was.
Yeah. There's one of my favorite Fish stories is in the mid to late 90s, I believe they were in Europe traveling around, and people would recognize them and they wanted photos. And they would agree to take photos with every fan, but their tour personnel had to take the photos. And what happened, buddy? Oh, what'd you do? There's too much Fish talk?
Hello. Check.
Hello, check. Test,
Hello.
test.
I think mine works. Nope.
Ooh, buddy. It looks like it's still recording. I think they're just not hearing it. But the funny thing is that, so their tour manager had to agree to take all the photos. So everybody in Europe on that tour has photos of themselves with Fish, but they specifically cut their heads off. So in the photo, it's just tilted a little bit, so you just see the shirts and the shorts.
Could be anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone has pictures with the band Fish that doesn't prove it's the band Fish. And at this point, it was like disposable cameras and stuff like that, so no one could really tell until they got it developed.
Fuck yeah. Sorry. I think it works now, right? Can you guys hear us again out of the speaker? Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry about that. I was like, maybe I can turn it up a little bit. And the speaker's like, fuck no. You're not allowed to be any louder with these Fish stories. So
Nice. Did you have a positive experience at the any of the festivals, like the jam festivals or the ones where you in the?
Oh, they were all great. One of them I had like a hookup, and we got to be in the VIP with like the president of the venue or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I spent the whole time sucking up to him and getting a lot of free drinks.
Yeah. Now, how did you get sucked
I did
into
Firefly as well. Not Fire, not
Okay.
the bad one.
Okay.
Fireville or whatever that
Okay.
one was.
not Fire Festival.
Fire, just Fire Festival.
the festival that just didn't happen?
Firefly, did not care for it. I'm too old for camping with a bunch of children.
Yeah. No offense, Vail.
I was 36 at the time, Can't do it. Cannot. They had like barely any running water, and all the children were like, "This is great." I was like, "I demand answers." I snuck into the showers, and I just didn't even watch the main acts. I just went and snuck into the showers because they were charging like $20 for a shower, and there were lines that were 400 people long, and I was like, "I'm not doing this."
You're like, I'm going when the headliner's up.
Yeah.
And no, everybody's paying attention to them. I can sneak in and shower and get the fuck out of here.
Because I don't care about who's the young one. She's like 20 years old. I don't care about her. Like people like that, where I was like, I don't need to see this.
Yeah. One of my favorite things that I've ever heard at a music festival was I went to use the bathroom, and a guy had gotten out of the shower, and he was like cleaning his face, and he was shaving, and this hippie came in, looked at him, his eyes were, clearly he was on something because his pupils were so big, and he's like, "Well, you got a big date tonight or something? What are you doing? Shaving?" And then he just laughed, and I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, you can not shower and be fine.
Yeah.
So did you know that like on an Amtrak passenger train, they have showers?
That's not true.
It is. I just found it out recently. I did not think it. I was like, who the fuck
I'm calling bullshit.
is like, I need to shower on the train. But no, they
Which
have
trains? Not the ones I take.
Well, it was an Amtrak. It's called The Chief, and I recently did a thing where I rode it from Chicago to like Trinidad, Colorado, or whatever, and we did
Okay.
shows along the way.
East Coast trains are different from like Midwest and West Coast trains.
Yeah, shower on the subway would be amazing.
Like this is a train that had sleeper.
Well, the subway itself needs a shower. Sorry.
The idea would be amazing.
It had sleeper cars on it, so like people can sleep.
okay.
But I'm like, even if you're on a train for 2 days, who the fuck is like, I'm gonna take a shower on a moving train?
I would probably be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a shower.
You live wild.
Very pro shower. Make notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
So here's a question. We'll just lean into this: shower or bathtub? Would you rather take a bath or a shower?
Shower for sure. I recently had a conversation with someone about this. I don't bathtub. I want to like be able to lay all the way down, and since I can't do that, I just shower. I either want the full experience or none of it.
Okay.
So you're too tall for a tub.
I mean, like apartments, they have just little tubs. Like I'm not even that tall. They just
So
like I want the Scarface.
So hey,
tub.
we're in Vail. Who's got a tub where this man can lay down?
We're trying to change
Yeah, you
his
got one?
mind.
I feel like people that live in Vail, they got like a tub room that's just for having a tub in it.
Yeah,
It's called a jacuzzi.
Yeah, hot
Yeah.
tub is a bath.
the waste is insane.
Cannot convince me it's not. Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. It's a hot tub is like a bathtub for friends. It's an acceptable
That's some
bathtub for
crazy
friends.
So you
Crazy
know,
bar.
I just found this out recently. You know the tennis balls that float around in bathtubs? Like, have you ever seen one with like a tennis ball in it?
Not that a random dog didn't drop.
So
Tennis balls
That
in
sounds
the
like a
tub?
dryer.
So people will put tennis balls in hot tubs because they absorb the oils that come off of people's skin from like lotions and deodorant and stuff. Which I was like, man,
That sound factual, Vail?
I have never.
They just swim around in the mud.
yeah, here's our trashy life hack of the week. Throw a golf ball, or no, not a golf. Throw a tennis ball. Yeah, no,
Boom tea.
Yeah, I
no,
think
it's
you're
not
just
the
on
boom tea. I got to
mushrooms.
give a shout out to what it really is. 10th Mountain's whiskey is delicious, and yeah, cheers everybody. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. So fun fact. But,
Tennis ball.
Yeah, throw a tennis ball in your hot tub. It'll get all the weird lotions out. It'll get all the patchouli from your hippie guests out of your hot tub after they leave.
Ooh, Wook's hot tubbing.
Yeah. Speaking of patchouli.
Oh, wait, hold on. Bathtub or shower? We never got Carmen's answer.
Well, I'm arguing that a hot tub is a bath, so I'm going to prefer the hot tub.
Okay, so you want to take a bath, but you want friends in there.
I won't. They can be there. They cannot be there. Tennis ball, no tennis ball.
I like the idea of someone going, I like to take a bath, but I don't like being nude. So hot tub's perfect because I put shorts on.
Hot tub party tonight. It's like, why does Carmen have her fucking shampoo with her?
Why is Zach dropping a whole basket of tennis balls in there?
Yeah.
I like taking baths, but I hate being alone.
Oh, sad boy in a bathtub, missing his toenails.
Yeah, I only shower at the gym.
Okay,
I got a question.
go for it.
What is a travel experience that you went on that you've felt changed you?
What a wholesome question.
Yeah.
I was in the military. I traveled to Fort Benning, Georgia for basic training. That changed me a lot. I used to be like 5'3", 118 when I graduated high school. When I got out of basic, I was like 5'7", 158.
How did you shrink?
No, I was 5'3". I went from 5'3" to 5'7".
So you went. They got you right out of high school.
Yeah, I thought I was just skinny, but I was malnourished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are y'all on about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
4
is,
inches.
They were like, he didn't have enough food to grow all his toenails. Oh shit. So wow, you shot up in basic training, and they were like, "Fuck yeah!" You're like, "I should have asked for more money. I'm a bigger soldier than they thought they were gonna get."
yeah, then I got out the military, and now I got this get money gut because I eat my paychecks. It's great.
What branch of the military were you
I was in
in?
the Army.
You were in the Army, and how long did you serve?
6 and 2. I had 6 years on, 2 years in like on call, in case there was a world war, but there wasn't.
How long have you been out?
Since 2018.
2018. So you've been out for 5 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Do you miss it?
No, I miss my friends, and I talk to them, play video games with them. I miss like everybody knowing exactly what we're gonna do that day and like the camaraderie. But I don't miss the assignments and the tasks. It's like adult high school, pretty much. Everything that I've done, the Army, comedy, it's all adult high school.
Yeah. No, I mean comedy. Yeah, it's definitely adult high school for sure. I mean, interesting. Well, have you ever killed anybody?
Nah, that's a crazy question to just ask somebody. No,
Well, I mean that would help my answer out. I'd be like, well, he's killed somebody. Not very hippie, I guess. I don't know.
No, I did a computer
The day
job
is
in-
young.
You did a computer job?
Yeah, I wanted to be able to be employed when I got out.
And I know that seems like a fucked up question, but
What, you jumped to that by the reaction of the audience? One woman is still shocked.
you're shot. Well, she's probably killed somebody. I don't know.
She
Have
might
you
be
ever
on
killed
mushrooms.
anybody? We're going around the room now. Has anybody in here killed anybody?
Carmen's killed some slugs.
All right. Well, now we know. Sorry, maybe that wasn't appropriate. I just felt like by your demeanor, I was like, you don't give off "I've killed somebody" vibes.
Nah.
So yeah, okay. So you had a computer job.
Yeah.
Sweet. Would
I
you?
think you do,
Thank you.
for the record.
Yeah. You seem like you may smuggle a man. Or, damn it. I wanted to say snuggle a man to death. Fuck it. I said smuggle. I might smuggle a man to death.
Aw.
Yeah. What about you? Travel?
Oh, same as him actually. Same story.
Except for the murder?
You had that story, and I'm like, I don't know. I went to Hawaii. No, I've never went to Hawaii. I lived in sub-Saharan Africa for a year. I feel like that should be the answer, but I don't think that changed me at all. I think I
Why?
was just there teaching. And then
What were you
left.
teaching?
That's a good question. I don't know. I spent the whole year trying to get computers, and then I got us computers, and it was too dusty, so we had to put them away.
What were you out there for? Peace Corps or?
It was something. It was non-governmental, but yeah,
Okay.
like a thing where they place you and they're like, teach some school.
Did the hippies in Vermont get you into this somehow?
I did go to school in Vermont. I went to University of Vermont
Burlington?
Burlington, right?
because it was free.
The birthplace of fish.
Yes.
Did you? So you had a
over there.
scholarship, or
Yeah.
what was your scholarship for?
Track and field.
Oh yeah,
What
where
was your-
Trey used to come work out with me.
What was your
Okay.
favorite? What was your activity in track and
Oh,
field?
none of it was my favorite, but I was good at the 800 half
Okay.
mile. Yeah.
The worst race.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, God, I wish I was a sprinter or a thrower or anything.
Why is
but
that the
this.
worst race?
Because
It's so
the 800
painful.
is like a sprint now. I used to run the 4 and the 8. It's like it's the one. It's still considered a sprint and not a distance. So like you're running full speed for that 2 laps.
So we have 2 guests that used to run the 800 meter.
Y'all wasn't good though. I just did it.
Well, I know, but I feel like as soon as this is over, we need to have a race.
Oh, I just discussed this get money gut. No, and elevation, I will die.
Yeah, I tried to go for a jog yesterday. It was like 4 minutes. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm done.
So do you still run?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not really though.
Okay.
I do other stuff. Basketball,
but you
stuff like that.
Devondre's like shaking his head, like,
run.
no,
Yeah, no, running is
run my mouth.
is not fun.
Yeah.
I'd rather lift weights or something. Anything else. Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't the time in sub-Saharan Africa. What do you think it was?
I don't know. I was just like there. I don't know. I feel like that should have been like, and it changed my life. And I'm like,
no.
I don't know. I went and taught
I think he wants to know
school.
what changed. Do you have a
What-
travel
what-
experience?
Oh,
that
I felt
did
like you were going to
That
tell me
did
one
change.
that did, but I was like, we can't just
No, I am
glance over
unchangeable.
your year in sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah.
I think I'm just unchangeable. Just very
She's been the same person her entire
stoic.
life.
Yeah. Just hanging out.
Man, just born and knew who you were. How lucky.
Yeah, you grew up in Vermont. You're just kind of a real
Yeah.
bitch, a little woodsy whore. I came. Yeah.
So we know that you did Molly. Have you ever done psychedelics?
Just mushrooms.
Just mushrooms.
And everyone's microdose. We talked. Remember, we opened with that.
I've hallucinated a little bit, but I haven't. Yeah.
Was that on the
Not a
pod?
full trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God damn it.
he's on the boom tea too.
Boom tea.
Nice.
I think my caffeine intake is starting to dip.
Do either of you own any tie dye? Oh, Carmen is shaking her head. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sounds like you own a lot of tie dye.
I own 2 items. One is my niece gave me her tie-dye sweatshirt. Yeah, it's adorable. And then I was made a tie-dye shirt when I was coaching track and field. They made like shirts for the
So
coaches.
you're a coach. Mm-hmm. Nice. Do you practice any sort of meditation or anything like that with the people you're coaching?
No.
I mean, people laugh, but like Phil Jackson, like with the Lakers, like they would have like 4-hour practices, and I think like 2 hours of it was like they just fucking meditated and shit. And then
I guess I didn't call it meditation because I would think that sounds dumb. Visualizing winning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say? Like close your eyes, or you would just say like, hey, when you go home tonight.
Work on a vision board.
Well,
Like before a race, like close your eyes and visualize like yourself succeeding, kind of a thing. That's what I did.
Cool.
And it worked really well.
yeah. If I don't do this before, if it's like a show that I like is important or whatever that I'm like really caring about, I'll do this thing where I'll just put my hands up in the air
Oh,
for like
yeah.
2 minutes, like
Yeah.
like to create the physiological
Yes.
response of winning.
Yeah.
Has the audience, have you heard of all this? So like if
It
you
kind of just makes me feel stupid.
no, it does. And like I'll be like back behind a show, like walking around because I
Yeah,
pace
yeah.
too, and I'll just have my arms in the air, like pacing around, and comics are like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So,
But-
do you think that if I was in a court case that I clearly was guilty for, but I kept my hands up like this the whole time, I could win?
They would give you more time.
Well, so I'll do 3 poses. So this is hands up in the air is for winning. Hands behind the head is for like relaxation, and then hands on the hips
For pregnant?
is for fuck you. Is for confidence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you do that, your body thinks you're those things. So yeah, it's basically like tricking your body into being like, I'm a relaxed, confident winner.
So
You know?
winning, and then what was this?
Relaxed.
Relaxed,
Or, chill.
Relaxed, winning.
Not defensive.
confident.
Yeah, well, you don't put them on your back, you put them on your hips. You're
Like
not,
the-
that
like
is
the
pregnant
Superman
lady
pose.
right there. That's pushing
Oh,
your,
a teapot?
yeah, well,
Teapot is
double
crazy.
teapot. I
Double
think that's
teapot
called bat.
Hands on hips.
I don't know.
The goblet of fire.
The goblet,
Carmen
yeah.
is a half winning right now.
Oh yeah.
I just hyperventilate for the set before mine. That's how I get ready.
Yeah?
What's it?
I'm gonna be okay.
Do you have a stand-up ritual at all that you do?
I do have to do deep breathing. Like I have to trick my parasympathetic. Yeah, it's just tricking your stupid idiot body that's like such a dumbass into thinking it's fine.
No, I'll do box breathing. What do you do?
Yeah,
do you
like
do
kind of
that?
like that. Yeah, like big in and out. Yeah, to get the parasympathetic nerves working because I don't know. Even after 13 years, I still get very anxious.
I had a big problem when I came back from COVID because I think my brain was just like, you've been hiding from people for like a year, and now you're just like gonna stand in front of 300 people with their fucking mouth cannons pointed right at you, and my brain was just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? So yeah, no, that helps me a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah, love the box breathing.
Yeah. Crystals. Either of you mess with crystals?
I think you can tell the answer.
With the diamonds in your ears? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, these are my only crystals.
So we've actually, this has come up on the podcast and we've looked into it. Diamonds do have powers, apparently.
Yeah, they're icy.
They're like good for creativity and openness, and they're actually like a very powerful stone. So you
Wait,
do
someone
fuck
knew that?
You do fuck with crystals.
Wedding bands.
I guess I'm a crystal guy now.
Yeah. One ring to rule them all.
But you don't believe they give you like any powers or anything.
Oh no, I look incredible with these in. When I don't wear my
When you take them out, you're just like, what happened
when
to
I
me?
don't wear my ear, I'm like, who is this? Yeah, absolutely. I am so much more powerful. Pre or post earrings. Pre earrings, I was a shell of myself.
When did you get your earrings?
I think like a month after I got out of the military. Like I went straight to the parlor and was like, yeah, I need some ice right now. They used to be black. I saw the movie Moonlight. Have y'all seen Moonlight?
Yeah.
They used to have black earrings, and I had like this irrational fear of taking them out because I took them out too early, and like I don't know, I didn't know how to put them back in. But I saw Moonlight, and I saw how good the black dude looked when he came out. Of like, I think he was out of jail. He had the earrings, and I was like, nah, it's time to get icy. I got earrings. I bought a chain. I was like, yeah, I need this.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I guess crystals do have power.
Do you feel like it changed your energy?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, I was always this confident, but now I look like I need to be this confident. I was just like a regular looking person with this kind of confidence, and I was like, nah, you're doing a lot right now. You like
Carmen?
crystals?
No.
Do you
Have you ever?
I think when I was like 4 or 5 years old, yeah, for sure. Very into shiny. Could be plastic, absolutely.
Okay.
But no, as an adult, no.
No metaphysics.
Well, yeah, you don't have any jewelry, no rings or anything?
No, I'll wear like gold hoops.
Well, you do have 2 hair ties as a
Yeah.
bracelet right now.
Yeah, no, I'm really giving off my gay right now.
Tattoos?
Nothing.
I
No.
have tattoos. I want to get more. It says without darkness, there can be no light. 'Cause I used to be very poor, so I was like, you won't really appreciate good things unless you don't have them. But I also want to get my torso tattooed. My brother's a tattoo artist, but I need to get in shape so that I can show my tattoos off.
Yeah, like if you get a torso like before you get in shape, then you're like, man, that shrunk,
Yeah.
right? Like, is
Exactly.
it better to get it? Because I
Exactly.
think about it, like it's probably easier for them to do the details if you're like bigger, and then you get skinnier.
I don't know. I'd like to get real skinny and then get a tattoo of a Brussels sprout and then get real fat and watch it turn into a cabbage.
An artichoke. All right. Well, pretty cool. So,
That was me bombing.
yeah, that one landed real hard.
I had apparently one of my friends did a show last night, and he told a joke, and somebody in the crowd said, "We get it." And I don't know if it was a good "we get it" or a bad "we get it" because it was on someone else's Instagram story. But I just imagine like being on stage, you tell a joke, nobody laughs, but somebody's just like, "Yeah, we get it."
Move on.
Oh, that's brutal.
Me and my friends, before I did comedy, me and my friends, like, we just tell jokes, like, we'd make fun of each other, like, in the living room. And if your joke didn't laugh, we'd just be like, yeah, no laughs. And now that's my one fear, like being at a show, doing a joke, and then one of my friends being there and be like, yeah, no laughs.
Yeah, fuck that. That would be horrible. No, I think like that's the like whenever people come to a show or whatever, it's my friends I'm the most worried about fucking heckling me. Like when I recorded my special, it's like my fucking childhood friend is the biggest asshole in the fucking crowd. I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, you should know better. But
Yeah, I had a wild experience last night opening at CW South. I went out, said hello to everyone, and then I said, man, we're going to have a good time tonight. And some guy in my left ear, I just heard him go, yeah, say something funny, we'll decide that. And I was like, are you serious right now? And then I just ignored him, but where I messed up is I put myself in the hole by going, well, that started off weird, didn't it? And none of the rest of the audience knew what was going on. Oh, yeah. And so I put myself in a hole for 90 seconds, but I wasn't going to give him the attention and let the audience, I just let it go. So then after 2 minutes, I dug out of the hole, but it wasn't until afterwards an audience member was like, oh, I heard it. And another guy was like, yeah, we didn't know. We just knew you came out and was like, well, we started off weird. And we're like, is he talking to himself?
I greeted a dog in the front row that nobody could see for the first 30 minutes of a set before.
Really?
I was like, who's a good baby? Who is it? And they no idea. No one knew. I didn't. After I got off stage, I was like, oh, no. Didn't hit me.
so here's a question for you guys. If there was one global problem that you could solve, yeah, what?
I like Carmen's going, man, you're getting pretty heavy on this one.
What would it be?
Global problem solve.
Isn't like the plastic in the ocean, the microplastics, aren't they like doing something real bad for the earth? I don't really watch a whole lot of news and things, but I know microplastic in the oceans are bad. And I've seen that meme that's like, why is AI writing screenplays when they could be cleaning up this plastic?
Yeah, plastic is there's like apparently an island like the size of Texas or whatever in the ocean of plastic. So you'd clean up the ocean plastic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, Carmen.
Racism? I feel like it's been going on a little too long.
just a bit. It's a couple weeks past this limit.
Yeah, but plastic.
Keep the plastic.
Oh yeah. Well, we're getting towards the end here. I don't know if you want to do some of your speed questions.
Yeah, we could do some randos here. Let's go. Sorry.
These questions are so
stupid. The band Meatloaf or Meatloaf?
Eating meatloaf for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Delicious.
Meatloaf does go crazy. The food.
Yeah.
The food. I've never heard of. I thought Meatloaf was one person. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Meatloaf is one person.
And R.I.P. is correct.
He's one person and the whole band?
Well, no, he has. So I actually, when I was in Nashville a few weeks ago, I met his guitar player, and he was like, "Yeah, we were gonna cut a new album, but he died of COVID, and that really fucked shit up." I was like, "Yeah, I bet." But yeah, Meatloaf has a band, and he had different bands over the years. But yeah, he was an anti-vaxxer who died of COVID.
Prayers down.
So
I mean,
yeah, whoops.
Are you most likely to use in your vernacular dude, man, or bro?
Probably a tie between man and bro.
that's a good question.
Dude is crazy.
Yeah, you never say dude.
I probably have, but not. It reminds me of what's that? Dude, where's my car?
Yeah.
That's what I think
go,
of. What does mine say? Dude. What does mine say? Sweet. They get tattoos at the end.
Probably dude for me, actually. Only because I started using it facetiously. I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I said dude all the time? And then it just became a part of my life.
That's how I started saying fam.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to start saying fam as a joke. And I say it all the time, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Chuggy.
You know-
I remember when that almost took off.
What
I think
was it?
because I started saying it, people stopped. Chuggy.
Chuggy? I don't know.
That's like your fetch.
I used to work with this guy, and we would make fun of him all the time because he would say probably, actually, definitely before he would he'd be like probably, actually, definitely, yeah, I think. And
that's a Midwestern thing.
so we would just talking to him, he'd ask a question, we'd be like, probably, maybe, definitely, yeah, and
You're like, none of that.
and he'd never noticed that we were just making fun of him, and then one day I just did it on accident, and I was like, fuck me. This joke has gone way too far. I am done with that shit.
No worries. I picked that one up for a while because I had a friend from Florida.
That's my least favorite verbal take. I say literally a lot too, yeah.
Yeah, I do this one a lot where I go, if I get ready to bump someone, if I'm walking down the street and almost run into someone, I do this. Whoop. I make that sound all
That's
the time.
Midwestern.
It's a very Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
I'll go, whoop,
Yeah.
sorry.
Whoop.
And it could be their fault, but they'll get a whoop.
Whoop is crazy. I say crazy a lot.
Yeah?
I posted a reel on Instagram recently, and I was like, I have said crazy 18 times in 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, when you watch yourself, you're like, what the when I listen to if I could, my God. I try not to say it, but fucking, I say it so much, But cool. I think
Where are we at?
we've got about 5 minutes left.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Anything off the top of your head? Weed smokers, do you guys smoke marijuana?
I wish. I try about once a year, and every time it's a nightmare.
I have the same. This is the second person we've had on that I have the same thing. It's
That's my relationship with coleslaw. I try it
Mayonnaise
once
or
a year.
vinegar based?
I've tried them all. I tried a lot of different kinds, and you know what? I don't like coleslaw.
Is it just you shut down and get panicky?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like this in the corner. I forget how to swallow water, which
I know you be going
that's
crazy.
a lot.
It's just going down. You're like, how does this work?
I put it in my mouth, I wait a second, and then I spit it out, and then I go, I'm gonna go. And then I lay down on the
You take
floor.
a nap.
Yeah.
I like edibles. I don't like smoking weed. I vomit every time I smoke for some reason, but I can take an edible.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Any other
Anybody
questions?
No? Wow.
Favorite sexual position?
Okay, here we go. We have a guest asking questions. Favorite sexual position. Zach, you want to go?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I'll go. I'm a doggy boy.
Yeah?
I am a doggy boy.
Doggy's the best. I also saw these dog collars over here, and I was like, this is a kinky place.
That's where I got my answer.
But they're actual dog collars. Or, whatever.
I think I like doggies. Yeah, doggy might be my number one, but all the other ones tie for number two. I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life.
Yeah. I'm like, it all depends on the person. Because I like doggy, but there's people that, I'm a very weirdly shaped man. Like, my legs are shorter than my torso.
So you're like a plastic Easter egg and then legs?
Well, yeah, there's times when, to do doggy, I have to stand on my tippy toes. And, if I have to stand on my tippy toes,
That's crazy.
I'm not having a good time. I mean...
Yeah, because you could get a cramp in your calf, and that'll.
Oh my god.
The
What
trolley
is
horse
that?
is the worst.
You got to eat a banana before that activity.
Yeah, but sometimes it lines up.
Dude,
And I'm like, this is great. But then there's other times where I'm like too high. So then I gotta squat down, and that's not fun either.
I don't know if this is...
I've never had any of these problems with any of with missionary or what is it just called
Cowgirl?
On top?
Well,
cowgirl?
cowgirl in reverse. Yeah, it's all cowgirl.
I think it's called reverse cowgirl.
well. That's
There's two options.
Well, reverse cowgirl, I'm more of a fan of than doggy because it's basically like the lazy man's doggy.
I I don't know that this is going to be a popular statement or if we'll have to cut it out. But one time when I was very young and in stand-up, I went drinking with this lady, and she was very tall, just a very tall woman, still very beautiful, just extremely tall and big. Anyway, she was just a big person, very tall. And I was in the doggy position, and this is weird, but I felt like I was, like, my legs at one point felt like they were off the ground. Like, I was, like, trying to kneel, but I was, like it felt weird.
I tried that where you try to push up off the back so that you can, and then you're like,
I felt like a kid just, like, you know what I mean?
It feels like
Where
a
you're on
horse that you
swing.
can't quite get on.
Yeah.
Or something.
And she was just like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to saddle up, Mama. I don't know what's happening.
Saddle up is crazy.
Did she say, what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to just keep it.
So mean.
What are you doing back there?
Excuse me, do you need help back there?
I'm trying to figure it out. You need a map?
Yeah, it's like you're trying to be like a gymnast and you can't.
Yeah, what is that called? The horse? Like the
Oh, the pommel horse, yeah.
pommel horse. Yeah, I was trying to
Why do I
pommel
know that?
horse her.
I don't know.
You're a wealth of knowledge.
I was just in there waiting for this moment. I don't think I've said the word pommel horse once in my entire life.
I never heard it till right here, right now.
Pommel horse?
But you know what we're talking about.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing that they like have has the
Okay,
handles
yeah.
on
I
them,
do
and
know
then they
what
like
you're talking about,
put their and like swing their legs around. I don't know shit
Pommel
about
horse, yeah.
gymnastics. So-
Carmen?
Yeah, probably doggy. If it's a
right.
dude, yeah, for sure.
So wow,
All right.
bunch of dogs. I think I'm
There are
gonna
like three positions. Nobody's gonna be like the siren crane. There's nobody. We do 3 or 4 things. It's fine.
I heard, is there like a pile driver or a full Nelson? I heard that on a song. Is that
Yeah, I think nah, that sounds crazy. Full Nelson.
Dude, I heard it
The
on.
Master
I think
Lock?
it was.
I mean, a full Nelson.
That's
It's like,
what I'm saying. But I think I heard Doja Cat talking about it.
What the fuck?
Is that not a thing? I think it's a thing. I would never do it. I'm not that aggressive
I would
in my
let
life.
Doja Cat put me in a full Nelson for sure.
I'd Google it if I didn't believe the government was watching my phone.
You know, I would never Google full Nelson sex.
Dude, you put
I'll
that.
Google it.
I think it's a thing.
Oops.
I mean, I think anything is a thing
think-
these days. I think people have tried everything you can try, and then they're bringing other things in.
Yeah.
I think
You know?
that's for men over 6 foot tall, and I can't do it.
I'm sure there's a full Nelson where it's just people having sex whose names are Nelson.
Yeah, that was a bar you let off for sure.
It's just an orgy with nothing but
A
Nelson.
bunch of niggas named Nelson. Yeah.
A full Nelson orgy.
Is that an app you have on your phone?
No, this is honestly the first thing that popped up was Men's Health wrote an article called "The Phil Nelson Sex Position Will Test Your Physical Limits."
You see, I don't
You
want my
see that?
physical limits tested.
And
I
then they
know
have,
they're
like,
not
this-
that high.
It's like hard to tell. Okay.
So is it a what is the position?
They do it with the
So-
legs and the head. So it's that one where they're. The ones
Oh
on-
no.
It's the
So, yeah,
reverse
if it's
cowgirl
a-
where you go under the legs and behind the head. And I'm wearing shorts. You probably don't want to see this.
So it's gonna be like
That's
this?
not a committed
For-
relationship.
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
And then what are you doing to that person?
Fucking them.
I don't know how to describe
doesn't-
this in words.
Whoa!
That's not a committed relarelationship position. That's like that's some shit you just try out.
Wait a minute. So she's facing the same direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the couple that's wearing matching pink shirts is like, we fuck that way every day.
My name is Full. He's Nelson.
They do it in the jacuzzi surrounded by tennis balls.
Oh, this is great.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Flex.
Wow, that
Flexible
seemed
enough.
honestly. It seemed the image made it seem more loving than I thought it was.
No, that seems no. What loving?
All right.
That's a core workout.
Yeah, that's like
That's the first one. What else is in that article?
people do that standing up.
No, I got to do leg day if I'm doing anything like
I
that.
don't.
My legs get shaky, and then I'm like, I had a girl freshman year of high school that we were trying some weird stuff, and I just went, "I'm sorry," and dropped her. And it was bad. She was upside down for absolutely no reason. We were going to try that reverse 69 in the air, and I don't know why. And I was just like, "Sorry," and she went, "What?" and just slipped.
You just tombstoned her?
Dude, just pal drived her.
Oh my God.
And I was so horned up because I was 14 years old, and I was like, and she was like,
"You still want to go?"
And I was like, "Are we still going to do
you were trying to
this?"
do, and you were doing standing 69?
It was.
You was a freak.
Oh my
Look,
God.
I'm not going to be judged.
Hey, he grew up in Kansas. That's all there was to do out there. They're like, well,
Hey, I try stuff. It didn't work.
Yeah,
I tried it once, definitely failed, and I was like, you know what? This is dangerous.
That's not a part of my arsenal.
any of the couples in the audience, regular standing 69ers, does anybody have any tips for AJ?
She looked at her husband like, we could change it.
Oh, this guy just said leg day. All right. Well, we got about, it's that time.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, thanks very much for taking the time to come out and be on the podcast, you guys.
Before we figure out who's the biggest hippie, where can people find you one more time on the Instagram and everything?
My Instagram is Dvontre Coleman. I think my TikTok and Twitter are all There's not that many Dvontre Colemans in the world. So
Fuck yeah.
You'll find me. Even LinkedIn.
Follow Dvontre on LinkedIn. He's looking for shit to do. And Carmen?
Yeah, at Carmstagrams on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
That's the best place.
All right.
Awesome. Are you ready?
Well, let's ask the crowd first.
So, do we all want to? You know what we could do? We could just we're going to count down from 3. When we hit 1, everyone just yell the name of the person that they believe is more hippie out of these 2 people. How about that? Does that work?
Because I know who it is.
All right.
Gee, I wonder who it's going to be.
3.
Dude, my name is Carmen. I'll remind you guys.
It's a toss-up.
This is the first time we've had a forfeit.
Yeah.
One of us...
3,
2,
1.
Dvontre.
Oh, yeah. I knew Zach was going there just to prove him wrong.
He didn't want to give you the unanimous MVP.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're like I like the Beatles. My first Carmen didn't have a choice.
She was born in a fishbowl.
Yeah, you had a fucking choice, and you were like, yeah, diamonds give me power. I love the Beatles. That shit slaps. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everybody. And remember, Vail Comedy Festival up in beautiful Vail, Colorado happens every Memorial Day weekend. Check it out next year.
Yeah, and like, subscribe, follow, review, and thanks for getting on the motherfucking...